Hello, my name's Amy Apgar and this is my Module 6. Today we're going to talk about going sledding. We're going to make a ramp and send the sled down the ramp. I'm going to use the sensor tag to calculate the speed. The sled will be open and it will have cargo of cubes, and the students need to keep the cubes inside the sled. I will also tie the importance of wearing your seatbelt inside the car with this lesson. The level of inquiry will be level 1. I will be providing the students the question and the procedures, and my students will be providing me the solution. It is a structured inquiry where my students will be explaining their findings and will be given an opportunity to revisit. The goal today will be to design and build sleds that will descend down a hill, and they have to keep the cargo inside. Here's the worksheet that I have created. Up to this point, my students have done one other STEM challenge this year. That one was whole group. I will be releasing some of the learning to them this time around. So they'll be working in pairs. We're going to go over this worksheet as a whole group, and then we will be working step by step after we review it. They have the option of writing and drawing, and each kid has their own modifications throughout the day with my aide's help. Here's my project. That yellow sheet that you see on top was actually stood up like a back support of a sled, but after the first hill or down the slide it went, it took a nosedive, so it should be sitting up, but it's not. And the sensor tag is actually inside. I had 2 successful runs and 1 not so successful run. Here are my results. I kept the sensor tag inside the sled, and I did all 3 runs at one time. I'm thinking with my students I would do them separate. Do one, snap a shot, and then they would all be able to see their first attempts, and then do the second attempts on the second slope, take the snapshot and do the third. This way we can compare them all versus having them run like I did. Just for time's sake, I did them all as one. And then on the other side over here, I have a graph where we could graph how many successful sleds went down each slope. Some modifications, just because I do have a K through 4 class. I said that we could alter the cubes in the sled, and I could also have my older kids, my 4th graders, maybe compare the graphs and charts. I said we could graph how far the sled went after it exited the slopes. My littles could use cubes to measure, where my bigs could use rulers. And I often wondered what coffee filters could do versus the whole sheets of paper. Here's my works cited. Thanks for watching, and I'm interested to see how this sensor tag will work on our stationary bike in my classroom. My kids often wonder how far they're going and how fast they're going, so I'm really excited to use this piece of equipment on that. Thanks for watching and have a great rest of your year.